Hello, hello. It is Sarah Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for Wellness Astrology. Of course, this is not medical, legal, or financial advice, but so consult those professionals as needed. This is just astrology, looking at energies, looking at planets, looking at signs, and all of the things. So, hope you had a great New Year's Eve. Hope you partied responsibly or didn't party at all and sat at home, read a book, and took a bath. However, you do the thing. I notice as I get older that I really don't care about like the actual party, like party days, but like I party when it's like nobody else is partying anyway, but I don't even really party. So, all right. Well, happy new year. Happy 2025. Welcome to it. As I said in the Capricorn new moon video, the first 10 or so days of 2025 is setting the damn stage for the next 6 months. So, Astro Goals, Astro Coaching, all available. Wellness astrology, if you want to get the best nutrition, best fitness for best consumption and best fitness for your natal chart. Why not? You tried keto, you've tried paleo, you've tried 75 hard, you've tried this plan, that plan, this nutrition, that nutrition, but maybe it's the information. Maybe it's that you're not processing emotions. Maybe it's that you need to mix up your workouts. Maybe you need to be lifting instead of running or something like that. So, lots of things that I can tell you about your fitness and consumption based on your natal chart. Astro Goals, of course, is the precursor to Astro Coaching. So if there's one thing you want to know about your chart and how to work with it, I can tell you that in the Astro Goals. Astro Coaching is a deep dive into working with your chart, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Mars, your Venus, your Mercury. And if you really want to dive in deep, we can get into your Saturn, your nodes, your Pluto, that sort of thing. So, Moon in Aquarius, this is January 1st and 2nd. January 1st might be quiet. I don't know. But January 2nd is that Mars opposition Pluto, Mars in retrograde opposing Pluto in Aquarius. This is going to have a different flavor than the one we experienced back in early November. Because that was an opposition in cardinal signs. This one's going to be in fixed signs. It changes the flavor of the energy. But this is a power struggle. And with this moon in Aquarius, Venus finishing up in Aquarius and moving into Pisces, where she's going to be for an extended period of time because she'll be retrograding. This is the power struggle within you. Yes, there might be stuff going on out there in the mundane world. I don't know. I have lots of thoughts about that, but that's not for here. This is you and your inner power struggle, and the moon being in Aquarius, and Pluto being in Aquarius, the Mars in Leo. While he's retrograde, he's still stronger in Leo than he is in Capricorn, where he's going in a few days. You might be experiencing a power struggle because you're having to let shit go and you don't want to. You don't want to let the friends go that you've known for 20 years that have seen you through all of the thick and thin, but they don't like where you're going. Like, it's for any transformation journey I've ever been on. Like, there's been people who just don't agree and don't support the work I do. So you may be going through that where you've done a lot of healing work, you've done a lot of like sobriety work, you've done a lot of just you quit your job after X number of years and people don't agree with you, so they don't want to be in your world anymore, and now you've kind of got to go through this grieving process, like reality check that they're not a part of your world anymore, or that job is not a part of your world anymore, and there's a shift. Maybe you are a newly empty nester and you are like, how do I do life? I don't have kids to run around everywhere, I don't have sporting events to go to, I don't have homework to worry about and this and that. But, so it's a whole new life. And oh shit, what do I do? Like a lot of parents are so busy these days because kids are going in 90 million directions that once those kids graduate, it's like, now what? Now what? Because you didn't take time to build any hobbies. What do I actually am interested in? What books are new that I can read? What kind of art supplies are new? That kind of thing. And so kind of we're all experiencing some level of like a power struggle, right? Like maybe and this is an interesting one too, like a vision loss situation. So as I get older, I'm losing vision, and I'm in denial kind of, but not really, because I mean it's reality that I have to be with. But so I prefer to physically write things down versus typing things out. And honestly, if I had like a braille display, then I would probably type things out more because I could physically read it. But But I was doing some research on ink pens. And there's something on the internet for everyone, y'all. This is what I'm saying about going after your stuff, going after the thing that you freaking love. There's YouTube videos on reviews of different pens. And I'm talking about felt tip pens, 1.6 millimeter pens, you name it. There's reviews out there for ink pens. Go do what you want. I have found the strangest shit down rabbit holes on the internet that I'm just like, why wouldn't you post your stuff, your writing, your art, your whatever you're into? Why wouldn't you share that with the world? There's something out there for everybody. I guarantee it. And I may only need to look at those videos one time, but that's one time that I needed to look at those videos and they were there for me, right? I found other weird shit on TikTok. This one account is nothing but a guy rolling glass jars down, and they're painted glass jars. So when they shatter, they spew color everywhere. It's fucking cool, right? Like, how fucking cool, right? So what I'm saying is that if there is something out on the internet for everyone, then there is a space for you on the internet, right? You may not be finding it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. That may not be your jam because you may need to go to Discord or Tumblr or Reddit or something like that where you can post your stuff, right? You may not be able to find a job on the conventional job sites like LinkedIn, Indeed, and all of those things. Is Indeed still even a thing? You may need to do something like Upwork or what's the other one called? Fiverr, or you may need to post on nextdoor.com, which is like a website for neighborhood type stuff, like neighborhoods. You can register in whatever neighborhood you're in. And whatnot. I found a job through there one time. I was a personal care assistant for a lady in my community in Chicago. And she posted that she needed a person on nextdoor.com. You never freaking know. You're gonna not know if you don't try. But this moon in Aquarius with Pluto there in opposition to Mars in Leo. This is the individual Mars in Leo versus the collective Pluto in Aquarius. Stop with the excuses. Stop with the I may check that out. Then quit bitching about your life. If you're going to check it out someday, but today is not the day, quit complaining about your life. Okay? Quit with the excuses. We all need to go watch like Rocky or Vision Quest or I don't know, Jocko Willink. Jocko Willink, not really. I mean, Jocko Willink is great. I'm not denying that. He's Extreme Ownership is a great book. But we all kind of need to go watch movies and read books about people who thought, went after something like incredible, right? Vision Quest, the guy is trying to wrestle a particular guy in a weight class that's lower than his typical weight class. Loudon Swain, the guy is played by Matthew Modine, who also played in Full Metal Jacket. Highly recommend Vision Quest. It's a good movie. I think it was a B movie. I don't know, but anyway, my point in all of this is stop with the excuses. 2025 is not going to have your excuses. If you have excuses and complaints and moans and groans, 2025 will take you the fuck out. And I'm not saying you're going to die. I'm saying that it won't be pleasant. Okay. So Aquarius is Uranus ruled, it's Saturn ruled. It's discipline to do the things that make you unique and help you to enjoy your life. Because I guarantee it, somebody out there loves my channel because I do Star Trek Next Gen Tarot. If you're that person, drop me a comment to thank me for doing Star Trek Next Gen Tarot. Okay. If you want me to switch the tarot deck, let me know. But I haven't switched it in a long time. So good luck. Y'all get it? This year I ain't messing around. If you want to work with me, work with me. Don't just keep watching my videos because you're only getting a slice of the pie. You could be getting the whole enchilada, the whole pie, whatever you want to call it. Oh Lord, I'm off on something. I think I'm just tired. I'm tired of my own self putting up with my own excuses, and I'm tired of other people complaining and oh, I don't have that great of a life. Meanwhile, their life is a hell of a lot probably smoother and better than mine. So Somebody said to me recently that they're like, oh, I get it. I kind of complain about a lot of things and I don't really have it as rough as you do. And I'm like, no, you don't. I don't know why you're complaining because the things that you have going on, you could do something about. Anywho, let's see what's up with the Star Trek Next Gen Tarot. Speaking of, I have all the compassion in the world, and I certainly understand that life gets sticky, it gets tough, it gets difficult. But this is a power struggle you're in right now because this 01 degree is in a trine sextile with the nodes. And you're not going to make everybody happy. But the point is that you need to make yourself happy. And if you are not making yourself happy and you're complaining about it, we got the High Priestess in reverse. Anna Troy. You're afraid of something. You're afraid. Um, you're afraid of who you really are. And this really could be like if we think about Deanna Troy, she had that telekinetic, was it telekinetic or telepathic? She could sense stuff. And I kind of wonder how many of you out there know that you have some sort of Deanna Troy feelings and you do not know what to do with them. If you knew how many psychic mediums were out there making boat tons of money doing what the doing the thing that you're terrified of, think about that. We all have some sort of psychic ability. You have one too. You know something, you see something that others don't, you hear things that others don't. And what's probably happening is you're cutting off your psychic sense. You're clouding your brain with sugar. You're clouding your brain with alcohol. You're clouding your vision with bullshit on TV. You're clouding your ears with constantly wearing earbuds with sound on or wearing a hoodie or wearing a cap all the time. You're constantly clogging up your hearing. You're constantly clogging up your nasal passages with neurotoxic chemicals in your house. You're constantly clogging up your taste buds with, you name it, alcohol, sugar, you name it, the amount of toxins that we clog our taste buds with. You're clogging up your sense of touch because you're wearing gloves or you're wearing lotion that's leaving a greasy residue, not to mention the chemical crap that's in them that's keeping your touch from having its full capability. I went sober so I could have clear thinking. I'm not 100% all the time because I'm still flaky, but that's okay. But I do my best. And I also indulge in sugar. But 90% of why people don't believe that they have a sense, a clear sense, a psychic sense, is because they are blocking that sense in some way. Or they're in denial because they do not believe that this is supposed to be how God wanted it for them. We also got the world in reverse. Oh shit. Okay, this is actually probably about, this is more about like the world ain't going the way you thought it was going to go. Nope, it's not. 2025 is going to spin it on its head. You ever seen a top? Anybody remember a top? I don't like, you used to like spin a top. There used to be an app. I don't know if it still exists, but there used to be an app called a Cosmic Top. And it was like you swipe the screen to keep it spinning. Well, let me tell you, that can entertain a 4-year-old for a good long time. I don't know if that app still exists, but anyway, it was fun. And if you're not familiar with a top, Think of something like a sit and spin, or even playing something like Twister, right? Where like, how do I put my left hand on yellow? I'm going to be a contortionist to do that. That's what the world feels like right now, is a sit and spin. Like when you sit on a sit, or even if you've been on like the teacup ride at Disney, like you come off, because not only are you like spinning around, but then you've got control of the wheel in the middle and you're spinning, like, and then you stand up off of that ride and you're like, right? Okay, that's what we're talking about here, is like the world ain't going the way you thought because you're standing up off of the sit and spin, like, what the fuck? Okay, that's what this is. And that's why you've got to open up your senses and your abilities so that you can become aware of what you're here to do. Learning your astrology chart can help too. Where's your North Node? Where's your Pluto? That can help you out a lot. Let's see what's up with the Woodland Wardens. Learning my Saturn placement was actually really helpful in understanding what discipline I'm supposed to be up to in this life. In the Woodland Wardens, we got oh my goodness, really? The raccoon and the sycamore again? Curiosity? Just drew this one. I swear I shuffled them. And I shuffled them off camera too. So this curiosity card must be really important. What do you got to get curious about? This is with yourself. What are you got to get curious about? And I'm feeling like this has to do with getting curious about your body and your body's response or reaction. I know I've talked about like my gut reaction and how I had to learn to work with it, or learn to understand what it was talking about, like my gut and how my gut felt in certain situations, because I used to think it was one way and now I understand that it's different. But how are you going to learn what your gut's trying to tell you if you're not willing to listen to your gut? And by the way, the Schumann resonance has been fucking insane for the last few days. So think about that. Get curious about your body. Do you feel tense? Like literally feel your freaking body. Okay. All right. That's what I got for this moon in Aquarius. We're in it. First 10 days of this year. This is days 1 and 2. Here we go. Hang on tight, kids. It's going to be okay, but you're going to have to be on your own 2 feet about it. Okay. Talk to you next time. Much love.